Say it with me. B2A. Man, oh man. Indiana put the belt to them boys, boy. But that was not playing around. When your quarterback doing these type of numbers at halftime, you in trouble. 15 for 17 for 220 yards and 4 tubs? It was up 35-10. Them boys ain't even scoring in the second half. I mean, that Indiana defense was swarming. They weren't playing no games. And then this offense put up 580 yards of total offense. They had no answers. They was hitting on all cylinders. Fernando Mendoza, like I said on my show last night, my college football recap show, y'all make sure y'all tune in every single Saturday night at 11:30. Fernando Mendoza might get ball. 2 incompletions, 5 touchdowns today, average 11.6 yards per throw. And I love too, like, this team is balanced. It wasn't just the Mendoza show, right? You got Kobe Martin with 107 yards and 2 tubs. You got Kalen Black with 89 yards and a touchdown. Roman Hemby with 65 yards. Like, they're so well balanced and everybody touches the ball, which makes them potent. And I love it because the biggest question we had about Indiana coming into this year was last year a fluke. And like I said, their head coach has done a great job in Kirk Cignetti because those were some of the qualms we had. We wanted to see. And when you go beat a team that everybody's high on and is given a lot of praise to, and obviously, you know, people have been very high on Luke Altmaier and what the Fighting Illini can do this year, and you go and you beat them like that at home, you're sending a statement, right? You put up 60 points against a rival. That's big time football, and that shows like, hey, last year wasn't just a fluke. Like we here to stay. So definitely they should move up after this. I think Illinois will move down. We'll see if they're still ranked. When you get beat by 53 points, doesn't really help you out too much. But Indiana at this point should be a top 15 team in my opinion after that beat down to the way they did it there. And a lot of the questions was around, you know, Curtis Rourke left last year. How good would Mendoza be? And I think Mendoza showed you in the big time games, you know, he can carry this team and they can run the ball and defense can play high-end football. Only, I think, 150 yards passing, I think, in this one for Altmaier. He had a touchdown, didn't really turn it over, but they could not get going at all in this game. And you got to credit the Indiana defense, man. I was thoroughly impressed, man. So, yeah, Mendoza gets my game ball. Indiana went rough shot on them boys, man. And if you Luke Altmaier, it doesn't get no easier, right? You got a big game next week as well. And they struggled a little bit last night against Michigan State. Michigan State got back into that game, even though they was up 3 scores, but they was able to pull away late. But they got USC. So, yeah, man, you're going to have to answer the bell fast for Illinois. And the good thing is you can look at this tape Sunday and you can flush it. You know, flush it and move on. That's what I would say. Flush it and move on and try to get at them boys, you know, down the line. But if Illinois, your season's still ahead of you. 1 loss right now, you're 3-1, you'll take that, right? But now it's like, okay, hey, we need to go beat a good team in USC. You know, we need to go beat this team here. So if I'm, you know, Illinois, that's what I'm doing. And Indiana, man, keep trekking forward, man. I mean, this is the momentum you wanted. Big game coming up against Iowa, so we'll see how they continue to look. But if the offense is going to look like that and they're going to play that special, Indiana might be a problem in the Big Ten. And another team that gets right back there. Now, look, you got Oregon, you got Penn State. We'll do our game picks, obviously, later on. But you got big games coming up in primetime teams, you know, Ohio State as well. So Indiana's just trying to be, you know, one of those teams in the fight. And last year they made it. So shout out to the Hoosiers, man. Shout out to Kirk Cignetti, man. Big win at home over Illinois, handling them boys.